accountability on the day of resurrection. Then the worshipper will be ordered to paradise, and the one with sins will be ordered to the hellfire. The one with sins will know the worshipper, and the worshipper will know the one with sins. He will call him, "O so-and-so, I am the one who preferred you to my own self on the day of the desert, and I have been ordered to the hellfire, so intercede to your Lord." He, the worshipper, will say, "O my Lord, he did indeed prefer me to his own self. O my Lord, grant him paradise today." Then it is granted to him, and he, the worshipper, takes him by the hand and goes with him to paradise. Then said, even though the chain for this hadith is not strong, it has another hadith that attests to it from the hadith of Anas. In that hadith, Anas related that the Messenger of Allah said, "Verily, a man from paradise will overlook the hellfire on the day of resurrection. A man from the hellfire will call him, saying, 'O so-and-so, do you know me?' He will say, 'No, by Allah, I do not know you. Who are you?' He will say, 'I am the one you passed by in the world. Then you asked me for a drink of water, and I gave you a drink of water.' He will say, 'I know you now.' He will say, 'So intercede with it to your Lord.' So he asks Allah Azza wa Jal, to him belongs might and majesty, saying, 'Verily, I overlooked the hellfire, and a man from its people called out to me, saying, "Do you know me?" I said, "No, by Allah, I do not know you. Who are you?" He said, "I am the one you passed by in the world when you asked me for a drink of water, and I gave you a drink of water. So intercede for me with your Lord, so grant me intercession." Then Allah grants him intercession. He orders for him, and he is taken out of the hellfire. Reported that the Messenger of Allah said, "Allah will gather the people of paradise in rows, and the people of the hellfire in rows. A man from the rows of dwellers of the hellfire will look at a man from the rows of the dwellers of paradise and say, "O so-and-so, do you not remember the day in the world wherein I did a good act by you, a favor?" He will say, "O my Lord, this one did a good act by me, favor." Then it will be said, "Take him by the hand and make him enter paradise." Anas said, "I bear witness that I heard the Messenger of Allah say it, and Allah knows best. Deeds will intercede for those who perform them." In a narration related by Abdullah said, "Verily, fasting and the Quran will intercede for the slave of Allah. Fasting will say, 'O my Lord, I prevented him from food and drink, and desire during the day, so grant me intercession for him.' And the Quran will say, 'I prevented him from sleeping in the night, so grant me intercession for him.'" In a narration related by Naim, "A nephew of mine would drink alcohol. He became sick and called for him one night, saying, 'Come to me,' and I did go to him. I saw two black ones go near him, and I saw indeed we belong to Allah. My nephew has been destroyed." Then two white ones appeared from an aperture in the house. One of them said to his companion, descend to him. And when he descended, the two black ones withdrew. He smelled my nephew's mouth and said, I do not see any remembrance of Allah in it. Then he smelled his stomach and said, I do not see any fasting in it. And then he smelled his legs and said, I do not see any prayer in them. His companions said to him, Indeed, we belong to Allah, and verily to him we are returning. A man from the nation of Muhammad who has no goodness to him, woe unto you! Return and look. He returned and did not find anything. The other one descended, smelled, and did not find anything. Then he returned and found on the sides of his tongue At-Tabari. Allah is the greatest in the way of Allah. He said it, seeking the countenance of Allah, and so they took his soul. The people perceived the smell of musk, best kind of perfume, in the house, and they attended his funeral. This hadith is very much gharib. Reported that the Messenger of Allah said, when Allah finishes from judging between his creation, he will take out a book from underneath the throne. On it is written, Indeed, my mercy precedes my anger, and I am the most merciful of the merciful ones. Then some dwellers of hell, equal in number to the dwellers of paradise, will come out. Or he said, 2 times more than the dwellers of paradise. Ibn Abbas said, I think that he said equal in number to the dwellers of paradise. It is written between their eyes, the freed ones of Allah, the eminent scholar. Related the following from Anas, who ascribed it to the Prophet.